Hi, welcome to the Silver Spleen. My name is and this is my review of Dante Lamb's Unbeatable. Dante Lamb's last film, The Viral Factor, sent me into apoplectic shock. So going into Unbeatable, I was nervous. I didn't want to set my expectations too high, but I did want to have expectations. I just want to leave the cinema happy. Is that so wrong? Unbeatable tells the stories of several very different people and their struggles. The most prominent stories are those of Eddie Peng and Nick Cheung's characters. Eddie Peng plays a young man trying to find focus in his life. Nick Cheung plays a man on the far side of life, trying not only to move past the mistakes he made, but to rectify them. Both of them seek their goals through participating in an MMA tournament being held in Macau. Eddie Peng's character is trying to focus not only himself, but his father, a failed businessman, who still somehow has enough money to gamble and drink himself to oblivion every day. And he's not drinking paint thinner either, he's drinking Johnny Walker Black, so he's got some money. Nick Cheung is also working on two fronts. He's trying to negotiate a relationship with his emotionally challenged landlady and her feisty daughter, played by Crystal Lee. I'm not usually fond of children, unless they're barbecued, but Crystal Lee was really entertaining and quite impressive for such a young actor. She's almost reason enough to watch the movie all by herself. If she isn't, it's also great to see Philip Kung as Nick Cheung's old friend who gets him a job in a gym. It's a small role, but I really enjoyed it, and I was happy to see him on screen every time he showed up. That said, Unbeatable doesn't need any help from its supporting actors. The film itself looks really great, and it could work as a tourism board commercial for Macau. It makes Macau look gorgeous. The cinematography was really good, and the only time that I noticed some obvious video stuff was during the fight scenes. And at that point, it kinda looked like television anyway, so it doesn't really matter. The fight choreography and the cinematography of the fights worked really well together. I was very impressed by the fights, which not only looked authentic, but pretty painful. It's more than obvious that Nick Cheung and Eddie Peng worked on more than just their physiques for this movie. Their fight scenes are realistic, and again, I found myself flinching quite a lot. MMA rules don't actually allow some of the things that go on in these fights, but they are dramatically useful, and it's a movie. Andy On appears to have quite a lot of fun in his role as the antagonist, a cocky wrecking ball of an MMA fighter. He's very convincing in his fight scenes, as well he should be. He's a trained martial artist. Unbeatable is a sports genre film that calls to mind almost every boxing or fighting movie that I've ever seen. Raging Bull, The Fighter, $1 Million Baby, Warrior, and probably others, but those are the ones I noticed the most. But it's not a bad thing for a film to follow genre conventions. Warrior was so generic that I could predict the plot a mile away, but the film was so well written and so well acted that it really didn't matter. To a great extent, Unbeatable succeeds in the same way. There are no surprises here, except that it's such a good movie. The film's climax is as obvious and as expected as the fate of the ship in Titanic, but I didn't care. Contrary to popular opinion, I can actually be pretty easygoing and forgiving. All I ask is that you entertain me. And Unbeatable definitely entertained me. It balances drama and comedic moments really well. The laughs are all based in dialogue and situations that are so everyday that it makes the characters that much more human and thus allows the film's story to affect you that much more. Nick Cheung's acting is even more impressive than his physique. He displays a lot of subtlety and a lot of strength, and I hope he wins an armful of awards for this movie. Let me just leave you with a slightly odd but pertinent thought. This movie makes me appreciate how lucky gay men and straight women are. They get a big, steaming bowl of eye candy in the middle of a really good movie. What do straight guys get? Beach Spike. I really enjoyed Unbeatable, and I think you should watch it. But naturally, since I paid for a ticket, that's what I want you to do too. Don't download this movie. Don't steal it. Pay for it. That way, maybe they could make a sequel. When the movie's released to home video, I'll update the description so you can buy it. If you enjoyed this review, I'd appreciate a comment. If you didn't, I'd appreciate a comment. If you like my reviews in general, please subscribe.